Good morning.
Morning. How's your week been?
It's been pretty full actually. I've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
We hung out a good amount this week too.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, some good comedy at the Tacoma Club. Some good just hanging out in the backyard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we were up late last night, so it's a late Monday morning. But fortunately, it looks like you brought us maybe something to help us out.
Oh yeah, I just got some chai lattes from North Slope Coffee, although I don't think they're dirty, so there's no espresso, so it might not actually help you out.
Oh, well, hydration's always good, at least.
Maybe placebo effect, too.
Or just like a warm comfort.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. This is good.
Yeah.
So we had the other a chai latte from another place.
Yeah, that was last week. That was Cosmonaut.
That's right, Cosmonaut. I like their logo.
Yeah. There used to be an Anthem coffee in that area too, but they moved. I wonder if it was just like that area was too saturated with coffee places.
It could be, but actually on my way over here, there's a espresso place that's on 6th by the emerald green, the big 21 plus sign.
Yeah.
There were maybe 40 people outside waiting in line.
Is that the, what is it, like Valhalla?
No, it's not Valhalla.
Huh. Trying to think now. That must be some pretty darn good coffee.
Yeah, it must be the big thing.
Yeah. Well, now we gotta...
But I couldn't see which sign it was to be like, oh yeah, that's the name of it. Because
Okay.
I don't usually go get espresso in the morning.
Yeah.
But this is nice.
No, I like this a lot.
This might even be a little creamier than the other one.
I think so too.
Which I like that style. Or I like, I'm a dairy guy.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, North Slope, it's just a little sort of shack, if you will, attached to the Stadium Thriftway.
Oh,
So,
okay.
You walk into the Stadium Thriftway, like under like the awning, and then there's like where the shopping carts are, and they might have some like produce or pumpkins out front. Right next to the doors, there's North Slope Coffee.
Gotcha, on the downside.
Yeah, yep. And they actually make like seasonal sort of coffee creations.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's cool to see like what they create for.
So do they have like a pumpkin spice one going now, or?
Yeah, and then they have like, I don't know, it's like supposed to be like a candy corn latte.
Oh yeah.
I'm not much of a candy corn guy.
I like candy corn, but I don't know if I'd like it as a latte.
Yeah, it's a little too sweet for me.
Yeah, for a full latte of candy corn.
Yeah.
That's I like a 1 or 2 candy corns. Actually, we were talking about, had some gummy bears yesterday, and I realized one of the reasons I like gummy bears so much is they're not very strong flavored.
Yeah.
So you can have a little bit more of them. Candy corn, they're pretty strong.
Gummy worms.
Yeah.
Some of them are very strong.
Some of them are really strong, especially like the sour ones.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, now,
Oh, this is nice.
yeah, North Slope's cool. It's, it's nice if you're going, like, to the grocery store and then it's like, I kind of want a coffee too,
Yeah, exactly. That's smart.
But, yeah.
It's only it's just a little walk for you too.
Yep.
That's nice.
Right in the neighborhood. So.
There's something about walking to a coffee shop that just feels like if I have to drive, it's like, well, then I'm more, it's like, when you're waking up and you don't want to wake up all the way, or you're not like fully awake, but you can still get like some of your basic morning stuff done. It's like you got to still be like half awake while you're getting your coffee.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, like commuting to work sometimes, I don't feel fully awake. Like,
when you're on like autopilot.
Yeah, just go downstairs, get in my car. Next thing I know, I'm getting out of my car. I'm at work, and it's like, how did I even get here?
Yeah, Thoreau in Walden Pond, he had like this whole chapter kind of dedicated to that thought or idea that when we take the same path over and over again, we don't give it conscious attention.
Right.
And so it flies by and our life is wasted to a certain degree. And so he recommended always taking a different path.
Yeah.
which is a little bit hard to do.
Well, like one thing that
Easier in the woods.
One thing I've noticed is, I'm familiar enough with Tacoma now that I don't need to drive with my GPS as often.
Oh,
and
yeah.
most of the people, including yourself, that I hang out with,
I always use it just so when you're 95% confident,
yeah,
it's not enough.
But I've noticed like how we'll have different ways of getting to the same location.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I use it less. As I've been in this city, where like I'll take a deviation from the recommendation, but mostly I use it because I want to know how long it'll take for me to get somewhere.
Okay, yeah, no, that's helpful because one time I was driving to the airport, and I was like, I don't need my GPS. I know how to get to the airport.
Yeah.
And what happened was I saw that Interstate 5 during rush hour was actually pretty empty, and any cars that I did see on the interstate were getting off at the nearest exit. And I was like, what am I driving towards?
Yeah, right. And where is it? Like, how soon do I have to get off?
Yeah. And I was stuck in traffic for 2 hours at an accident site.
Oof.
So yeah, sometimes the GPS is very helpful, especially if you're going longer distances, I say.
Totally. And I'm kind of a punctual person. So like if I know that we're going to meet at 11, and then I'll be like, okay, does it take 11 minutes to get to his place or does it take 8?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I went to South Tacoma Way yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
And went to a birria place.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's like Birria Tijuana or Birria.
Yeah, Burria.
Birria, yeah.
Yeah, it's by like the wig store or whatever.
Yeah, it's across the street from the South Tacoma Antique Mall too.
Yes, that's right.
I think it's actually by a few wig stores. There's
that's wig store country.
Yeah, so I think it's like part of it's like a little strip mall, like a tiny little strip mall, and it's like restaurant, wig place, wig place, wig place, wig place.
Yep.
You know?
I think one time I got my hair cut there because I'm like, oh, this is like Haircut Central.
Yeah.
On like the backside, and then afterwards I went to the Burria, and I don't know how to compare it because it's not something I've had a lot of.
No, same
but
here.
I was like, wow, this is one of the better.
Yeah, I like the cheesy tacos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because sometimes you can get it and there's no cheese, where it's just the meat and like onion and then you get like the green sauce on it.
Yeah, but they were delicious. I got 4. They were much bigger than I thought they were.
Oh yeah, it wasn't the little hand-sized ones.
No, I'm thinking like little like Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly, or like the 3 biters.
Yeah, it's like I could eat a dozen of them, right? Mm-hmm. So thankfully I only got 4 because when they came out to me, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to eat all this, but I did. Sometimes
perseverance.
Sometimes you just got to pretend you're on your own episode of Man versus Food.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to go for a walk after that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I need walking before and after eating really helps digestion.
Yeah.
I forgot that for many years, and I'm like, what's going on with my stomach?
Yeah. I saw a lot of Chrysler 300s yesterday.
Oh yeah. Was it like Chrysler 300 Day?
I don't know. But
were they taking a photo in front of the Alice in Wonderland?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen
that mural
car collection? Like it'll be like 10 guys with Mustangs.
Yeah. No,
taking a photo in front of the Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, that mural on
Market and 10th.
11th. Oh, 10th. Okay.
Or well, I think it's between 10th and 11th.
Those, yeah. No, so I don't know why. I just saw a lot of them yesterday, and like I could see like when the Chrysler 300 first came out, maybe being a cool car, but nowadays it just strikes me as like a dad car. Like it's a car your dad gets if he like wants to seem cool, but it's like, Dad, it's just a Chrysler 300. Like,
yeah, it's fine. It's like it wanted to look like a luxury car while being cheap, but the older it gets, it's now it's a 10, 15-year-old car.
Yeah. And Chryslers don't age very well.
No, they're not good graceful agers.
No. Most of the 300s I see are pretty beaten up.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what they were doing.
I don't know.
You wouldn't be like, oh, we're gonna, all the street racers that have been around.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, we're gonna race the 300s.
Could you imagine showing up to like a car meet and like with a...
You're doing donuts
like
in it.
A crew in Chrysler 300s.
That would be actually pretty cool.
That would be. I don't know.
It'd be like having the PT Cruiser crew.
I feel like a lot of people were just like sort of cruising, just going out for a drive for the sake of it.
It was a pretty nice day yesterday for a drive. I'll give it to them.
I like to sometimes cruise around too, but it's usually like nighttime. I'll cruise around in like the port.
Oh yeah.
Port's a fun place to drive. You driven through the port?
A little bit. But actually, you had this thing about that you can get. There's a free bus tour of the port.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of interested in doing that. You can go down to the port and get a free bus tour.
They do free boat tours too.
Oh, that sounds 10 times better.
Yeah. I guess it depends on like what you want to see because
I want to be on a boat.
Yeah, being on the boat's cool, but if you actually want to go inside the terminals...
Oh, you can't do that on the boat.
No, because...
Yeah, it's on land.
Yeah. So in that case, like, you'd have to take the bus tour. I feel like both.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're free, why not?
Yeah, right.
The only thing that it costs you is your time.
Yeah, and getting there.
Yeah, and getting there.
Which is easy.
I've walked before. To where they have the boat tour, because I just... went over the Murray Morgan Bridge, went down the stairs, and then walked along the waterfront, and then...
I was going to say, that's a lot more elevation climb than it is, like, distance traveled.
It is. Well, I mean, like, the landing where the boat is, it's just, like, right... Like, if I could go straight down to the waterway, I could get there in, like, less than 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, if you had, like, a zip line to make it there.
Yeah, but, like...
Fireman's pole.
But, I have a cliff, the Schuster Parkway in the way and stuff like that. So
yeah, you gotta what's it called? Zigzagging down a mountain.
Yeah, it's not
Camelback, hatchback,
switchback.
Switchback.
Yeah.
Yeah, the switchback.
I hate switchbacks.
Yeah, they're deceptive.
Yeah.
But necessary.
Or just if climbing with elevation change is.
Ugh. Not my favorite.
You keep on walking up the mountain, and you're like, I think we're going to crest soon, and you just keep walking, and it drives you
one
mad.
more. I think I'm at the top. One more. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really done much, like, mountains out here, but back where I used to live in Virginia, it's very much like the old mountains, like, they're heavily eroded and, like, rocky. They're covered in trees, right?
Oh.
And it's very deceptive, like, you feel like you're going up forever, but you feel like you're so close the whole time, and you're nowhere near there.
Nowhere near close, yeah.
Drives you mad.
Been there.
But yeah, we were talking last week about statues around Tacoma.
Yeah, because it's like when you walk by a statue, or at least when I do, I'll look at it and be like, oh, who is this? And read the little plaque.
Yeah.
And then immediately forget.
Oh, yeah.
And be like, oh, yeah, I think that was the guy from the past.
Yeah. There's some interesting ones around Tacoma that, like, I mean, I feel like I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg. Like, I know some of, like, the ones around, like, downtown and stuff.
Yeah, right. Tacoma, like the ones
stuff.
In Wright Park. I know those ones.
Yeah. Or like the I don't know what you want to call them, like the carpetbagger, if you will, outside of Union Station.
Oh yeah. Carpetbagger's a good name for it.
Yeah, I mean, I see his bags. They look like they're carpet bags.
Yeah, I actually don't know what a carpet bag is.
It's a bag made out of carpet.
Oh, well then that makes sense. I was somewhat picturing like just a rolled up carpet that you like roll your wares into.
Oh yeah. No, not quite. But it's literally like a bag made out of carpet material. It's got handles and maybe like a clasp or a zipper or something like that.
Thicker and more durable.
Yeah, and I think they're pretty cheap to make too. But there's the logger at Fireman's Park.
Oh yeah.
Interestingly enough, at Fireman's Park, there's no statue of a fireman. It's a logger.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Neither would I. I think there is a statue, like the Tacoma Firefighters Memorial is actually along the waterfront.
I feel like I've seen
Yeah,
one.
yeah. If you, it's like between Old Town and Point Ruston, somewhere along there. There's
Oh,
like
okay. Like on the water.
Well, yeah. There's like a firehouse where I guess they used to keep like the fireboat.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the old fireboat is actually still there. It's been turned into sort of like a, not like an exhibit, but
like a monument.
yeah, we just kept it there for posterity.
Yeah.
But that's where I think we have our firefighter statues.
Gotta have one in the city.
Yeah.
You gotta have like a lady of justice. You you gotta have an old man and a young child. Those are your classic city statues.
And then like
we were gonna talk about the Lady of Commerce.
Goddess of Commerce.
Goddess of Commerce, yeah.
So
a much maligned statue in the history of Tacoma, apparently.
yeah, and I from what I was reading, it seems like there were a bunch of places that they wanted to put it and didn't really get any of them, so it just kind of ended up on the intersection of I think it's St. Helens, Baker, and Market.
Oh yeah, that weird crazy intersection.
Yeah. Which I think the craziness of the intersection is probably one of the reasons why I always forget that statue's there.
Yeah, you're distracted by looking for cars.
Yeah, trying not to get hit.
Well, and also it's not like a very from a distance, it's hard to see a lot of the detail of that statue.
Yeah.
It's because she's holding some kind of random stuff.
I think one hand she has a freighter, like a freight ship. And then she, in another,
of course, the most natural thing to have in one hand.
In another hand, she has a miniature Tacoma.
Which, who could identify that?
Well, it has the Museum of Glass cone in it. So,
of course. While I'm driving by and glancing at it, I'll notice that. I think she also has a salmon on her back.
I think so. Yeah.
And
her earrings are kind of weird. They're the ship to shore cranes that you see over at the port.
Well, those are pretty remarkable. They give us our city some character.
I think so. It's a
bit much. It's heavy-handed with the symbology.
Yeah.
It's come on here.
Well, isn't that why was it the Landmark Society sort of just dismissed the statue?
Yeah. It was funny. They're the artistic merit of this statue. It should be valued $20,000 less than what it cost to make. Which that's kind of pretty insulting to the sculptor.
Yeah. Actually, could you imagine being the sculptor and just having all of this hubbub and controversy over what seems to me at least a fairly harmless statue?
Yeah, right. Well, I even saw that I guess she used to be the lady of the architect of the building behind wherever, I don't know where behind her is. But then when they melted her down, and then tried to remake her, but they changed her head to be a native lady of some kind.
Oh, really?
But the artist didn't do a very good job, apparently, or not up to the standards, and they were insulted by it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh yeah, that is. I think I read somewhere somebody was saying the dress she's wearing makes her look like one of those wives on a polygamous compound.
Oh, yeah, not a great compliment.
No.
It's kind of when your child does an art project and they draw their family, and then they draw the dad and he's just a big circle for his belly, and the dad's well, this is good.
Yeah.
This is what you think of me, okay.
Oh man. No, like I said, I couldn't imagine being a sculptor because, like I said, it seems fairly harmless. It's not like we're yeah, we want to build a 30-foot tall statue of Franklin Pierce or something.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, The thing is, I feel like I noticed the accompanying mural more than I noticed the statue.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
It's got like the ship to shore crane, and then it's got like the shipping container, and it's open, and there's birds flying out of it.
Wow, that's like the goddess of commerce. You'd really think it'd be like the goddess of like freight or transportation, or shipping
that's commerce.
Ships. Yeah, but commerce is huge. Like commerce is all of things.
Yeah, well, we
I mean, I guess logistics, that's the most important part of commerce.
We dabble in the
that's
a little bit of it all.
That's our expertise is the shipping.
I just also in that mural there's cranes, like not the
bird crane.
Like the bird crane, and they're wearing ballet shoes.
Yeah. I don't know if I noticed that.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
They're wearing ballet shoes.
Because it's symbolic of something.
Well, I feel like the artist put the ship to shore crane and then put the bird cranes, and they were just like, haha, cranes and cranes.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
So deep.
Yeah, right.
I feel like we're just shitting on this whole project.
Well, we're shining some light on it.
I think we know why. Maybe it was so controversial now.
Yeah, probably.
What is this?
Maybe the next statue we'll evaluate with, a nicer lens.
Yeah, well, the other thing is, so the goddess of commerce has all the sort of port related stuff, like the freighter ship and the crane earrings, and then she's got the salmon down her back, and it's supposed to be the shipping and fishing industry in Tacoma, and it's that's all you could come up with? We do so much here.
Those are big things, though. But yeah, come on.
I mean, I associate Tacoma more with oil refining and making cardboard boxes than I do salmon fishing.
Well, yeah, but the Puyallup tribe doesn't.
For sure. But I feel
Look at your shoulder.
Oh yeah, yep, for sure.
Yeah.
I got the wearing the Sounders jersey, the Jimi Hendrix kit, Purple Haze. Yeah, that's right. One of the sleeve sponsors is the Puyallup tribe. Yeah,
with a really nice looking salmon.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But no, I mean the thing with talking about the symbolism behind the industries. I mean, I feel like the Puyallup tribe just was probably not very interested in the statue. To begin with.
They got other things to worry about.
If not slightly offended.
Yeah. So what, you got any fun things coming up this week?
Gosh, I didn't even. I've been focused so much on.
Well, you went to I guess on Sunday you went to the Sounders game.
Yeah.
But you don't have anything coming up this week?
I'm thinking
we'll go to the Tacoma mic on Tacoma Comedy Club on Tuesday, Wednesday, probably.
Yeah, and then we also, I think the Tacoma Film Festival is actually going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Over at, I think, the Grand Cinema.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so...
I'd be kind of interested in that, seeing what local... I was looking at the local stuff.
Yeah, I think it's going on until the 13th.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so... if you haven't already checked it out and you like movies, I'm sure it's a good time.
Yeah, I like that cinema.
I haven't been to one yet. I was kind of interested in it, but the past couple years because of COVID, they've done it virtually, and it's
it's not the same.
You gotta watch a movie in the theater sometimes.
Yeah, especially when it's somebody's big debut.
Yeah,
that's more fun, a little more fun.
Yeah, the pomp and circumstance, the panache.
Exactly. It's part of the festival.
Yeah, it's the festivities. Mm-hmm. And then what else did I see?
Nick Swardson's going to be at the Tacoma Club this weekend.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to go or not. I really like Nick Swardson. He's fun. He's funny.
What's he from? Is he?
He's been in a bunch of he was in Grandma's Boy.
Okay.
He was in a bunch of Adam Sandler stuff. He had his own sketch show on Comedy Central. He's just a really good stand-up too.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of has childish kid energy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And actually, it's really exciting. My brother was telling me about this. So he was telling me that So like the WWE big time wrestling,
Yeah.
right? But there's also like smaller regional wrestling, right?
Right.
And so it used to be headquartered in Seattle for our area. But during COVID, they got like shut down and disbanded a little bit. And so they're starting back up with their new headquarters being in Tacoma.
Oh.
And so they're having a wrestling event on Friday. It's either like the second or third.
Uh-huh.
It's called SOS Pro Wrestling at Edison Square for $20
Ooh.
at 7:30. And so it looks like they're really trying to bring it back. So there's all these like wrestlers who have been doing it for a while and like are trying to get the community started up again.
Oh, awesome.
And I think it's cool that they decided to shift from Seattle to Tacoma as their hub.
Yeah, no, I'm thankful for it.
Yeah. I'm not a wrestling guy at all. Like I don't even like MMA or any of that stuff, but like to go to a live event, especially in like a small venue.
Yeah.
To go to small venue professional wrestling, I think that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah,
You
so
said that's Friday?
that's Friday. Yeah, so I think my brother's going for sure. I think I might have something that I have to do, so there's like a 50-50 chance I can go.
Yeah.
But my brother and his friend were really excited about it. So
Huh.
maybe we could go. I think I invited Macy maybe too.
Yeah, that would be fun. I would like that a lot. I actually haven't seen professional wrestling, but I'll bet especially like small venue professional wrestling is a lot of fun.
Yeah, with like local guys who are like in medium shape,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
living their dream.
Yeah, maybe it'll catch the eyes of the big dogs. Maybe we'll get a WrestleMania
Yeah.
at the Tacoma Dome.
Well, or even like, the people rise up through the ranks,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like the open mic circuit of wrestling.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to be the next Hans Kim or whatever.
Yeah. Hans Kim.
Not that he's the most successful micer, but probably
Oh.
of recent times
Is
from
he from
Seattle.
here?
He was a Seattle comic who
Oh, okay.
is like opening for Joe Rogan now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big step.
Yeah, so he was a micer who made it out. And maybe one of our Tacoma wrestlers will be fighting against. I don't even know who the big wrestlers are anymore.
Neither do
If I said The Rock, I'd seem out of date.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the antique store yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and Stone Cold Steve Austin action figure. Apparently, it's an antique now.
That's really funny. Oh yeah. Well, it looks like we got a decent week ahead of us then.
Yeah, I think so too. Things are starting to cool down. It feels like fall is actually here.
It does feel like it. Yeah, pumpkins are in front of the grocery stores.
I'm glad though, because I have had enough 90-degree days for this year.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm a little done.
Yeah. I think we still have a couple good 70s left, but
Yeah.
not too many.
No.
Count them with both hands, maybe.
No. But yeah, I think we'll maybe wrap up about there.
Call it a day.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on Monday Morning Grit.
Yeah, have a good afternoon. Sweet. Sweet, like right at